Hey everybody, this is a quick introduction. So I'm down in Florida, and this will probably be an introduction to a video that I make after I get back home, obviously. But something I've noticed around here, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone use this in any wood turning project whatsoever. So I'm gonna gather some of this stuff up. I'm gonna mix it in with some resin. But if you can see in the tree behind me, right up here, Spanish moss. Like I said, I've never seen anybody mix it in with wood turning stuff before, so I'm gonna get me a big bag of this stuff, take it back to Virginia with me, and mix it in with some resin and try turning it up. I'm going to start off with some pin blanks, so that's what this video is, and depending on how they turn, I may just end up doing one for a bowl as well. Anyway, I'm going to gather some of this stuff up, and I'll come back after I get that together. Okay, so I got one of those little mesh laundry bags, and I figured I'd fill that up, but whenever I started walking back over to the truck, I noticed on the ground a small limb covered with a bunch of the moss, so I went ahead and grabbed that as well. So, as you can see, there's the laundry bag, and I got a sandbag holding it down. And this, just to give you an idea, is the limb covered in the other moss. So I talked to a nice couple down here while I was gathering this stuff up, and they reminded me of this stuff having, I was always told growing up this stuff had red bugs in it. Never saw them, but whenever I get home, I'm going to throw this in a toaster oven, do a little block mold, then I'll pour the resin. I'll come back whenever I get ready to do all that, but I'm going to throw it in the toaster oven just to make sure there's no, just to dry it out a little bit and to make sure there's no creepy crawlies in it. So, hey everybody, we're back in Virginia and we're in the shop. So, little did I know, after gathering up all that Spanish moss while I was in Florida, I come home, I'm in the garage, I have this big bag of Spanish moss. You can get this stuff at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I can't remember which I got this one at. For $9.99 it looks like. So I didn't have to gather up all that moss that I got. But this helps because I can actually do kind of what I wanted to do with that without having to put it through the toaster oven to start off with. So I'm going to use this first. So I have these HDPE molds that I made a while back. So what I'm going to do is I'll put some of this in the mold and I'll pour some resin over it. Alright, so now that I got all this together, I need to mix up some resin. We're going to be using some Alumilite Amazing Clear Cast. I got a little bit of this I need to use up. Alright guys, so I don't have the original colors I wanted to go with, I don't believe, but I had a bunch of this left over from some of the other pours, so we're going to run with that. So I got some hot pink, Hawaiian blue, pewter, and chocolate, and gold. This was left over from a guy I was getting some mica from on eBay. He sells it for fish lures. This is some of the Jewel Essence. This is Jewel Essence. This is actually some, or this is Craft Latte, excuse me. And it's from P-Town Subbies. And this is just some gold that I ended up getting at Michael's. So, I didn't bring my the temperature thing out here with me. So, hopefully this doesn't just all turn brown. And I put some tape over this just to keep the moss down. Alright guys, we'll put this in the pressure pot, and I'll come back whenever it comes out, and we'll get this thing cut up and see what it looks like. Hey everybody, unfortunately this week's video, epic fail. For some reason, my, I don't know if it was because I didn't stir it enough or what, but the pewter color that I poured in this didn't cure all the way. I'm going to do a cleanup video for next week. I got some HDPE stuff that I'm going to be cleaning up, as well as the Alumilite mold material stuff, the red stuff that they got out. Forgive me, Alumilite, I don't remember what your stuff's called. But as you can see, this came out, and for some reason, I keep sticking my finger in this stuff. It's as you can see, for some reason, it's still leaking uncured resin. But the weird thing is, this up here is where it's all leaking out of. So I'm wondering if I'm going to try and cut this piece down here, see if I can salvage at least a piece or two of a blank or two out of it. But anyway, obviously this week's was a fail. So like I said, this week's video originally was a fail. The original mold I used, it's pretty clean. Wiped off pretty easy with just a little bit of I didn't even have to use acetone on this, so I gotta mix up some resin for some other stuff anyway, so I'll do a big mold. Anyway, I'm rambling again, but we'll try this again, and that'll be the, not next Friday, but the Friday after's video, hopefully. Yeah. Anyway, you guys watched up to this point. Thank you, I appreciate it. If you liked what you saw, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like what you saw, although it was a fail. Anyway, if you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button down on the bottom. Over on the other side is the bell. Hit that, click on all, and YouTube will let you know whenever I post a new video. I try to do these once a week. Kind of slipped a little bit because I was out of town. However, now that I'm back, hopefully I'll get those back on track. I've got quite a few that I need to finish up anyway, that I've started and moved on to another project, and yeah, I'm not happy about that, but I'm trying to get caught up on some other things as well. So I'll probably do a couple of those here coming up soon. Comment on this video, tell me what you liked about it, tell me if you think that if you've ever seen anybody do anything with Spanish moss, let me know. Whenever it deals with resin and turning, because I haven't seen it on YouTube, and I'd like to actually see some other people do some stuff. So yeah, again, I'm rambling. I do that a lot. I do apologize. Yeah, share the video, comment on it, and for those of you who have subscribed already, I am over 200 subscribers at this point. When I reach the 500 mark, I will do a giveaway. I will turn a pin, and that'll be my giveaway. I was going to do that for the 100, but the idea for the pin didn't work. I tried doing making a, and I don't have it sitting on the table. I made a couple of these tube in molds for Sierra style pins. Turned out pretty good, I think. It worked for me. The individual who got it seemed very happy with it. I don't know if they've used it yet, but anyway, yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. For those of you who have subscribed, thank you again, and until next time, have a good one, guys.